Season 1 of Lord of the Rings of Power on Amazon Prime Video has been a complete and total dumpster fire. From the beginning, they did everything they could to control the narrative, but despite their best efforts, they failed time and time again. They tried to gaslight the fan base. They tried to say you're racist if you don't like it. They tried to hide reviews. They tried to take away your comments. They tried to censor the fans. None of it has worked. And it all started with that first trailer back in February. They got ratioed into oblivion. They came out, they tried to do damage control. They came out with a statement against the fans. All that did was make things worse for them. Every step of the way, Amazon has tried to do damage control and it's blown up in their face, resulting in one of the worst and biggest failures that we have ever seen on this scale. $1 billion for 2 seasons of this, $700 million invested just in season 1. And you have something that is rejected by the fans, that people are not interested in watching, that's not doing the ratings that they were hoping it would do. So what happens right after the season finale? What did the showrunners come out and say? They've already got interviews ready to go? They say this: Rings of Power Season 2 will be more canonical, says Lord of the Rings showrunners. Now, what's the old saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Now, I've not got fooled a single time by any of these idiots out there. I was one of the people from the beginning that was telling you this was going to be garbage, and it played out exactly like we said. But the idea that these are the people that were out there saying, we're doing something true to Tolkien. What we're doing is Tolkien. If you have a problem with that, you're just racist. You just never understood Tolkien at all. You've been gaslighting the fans. You've been attacking the fans, only to turn around and say this to them, that this is your statement for season 2, which isn't coming for another 2 years, which they just barely started filming. Your statement is you're going to stick more to the lore? That's weird, isn't it? These people are so fucking desperate. They're trying to reach for straws. They're trying to do anything they can to keep people engaged because they know they have failed with season 1. Rings of Power Season 2 will be more canonical, says Lord of the Rings showrunners. Rings of Power showrunners J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay confirmed the show's second season will more closely follow Tolkien's lore. These same motherfuckers who told you you were patently evil if you criticized this show. If you had a problem with them going away from Tolkien, you're patently evil. But we're going to actually make it more like Tolkien, because maybe you heard the backlash. Maybe this is damage control. Maybe we are just so desperate for anything. We just want to keep our jobs. Please don't fire us, Amazon. Fucking pathetic. But I want to go and look at this article where this is coming from. Rings of Power showrunners, Sauron will be like Walter White in season 2. That's exactly what everybody thinks of, right? When you think of Tolkien and Lord of the Rings, you think about, yeah, I want more Walter White-esque moments from him. This is part of the problem. These people are J.J. Abrams' disciples. So it's not surprising that that's the only way that they can think about something, is in that type of format. Hey, people like Breaking Bad, right? Let's do Breaking Bad, but with Sauron. I do think there's actually some people who worked on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul potentially on this crew. So it's weird. It's weird that they would go out and say something like that. Lord of the Rings series showrunners are interviewed about the finale's big Sauron reveal and what it means for next season. There may be viewers who are like, this is the story we were hoping to get in season 1. In season 2, we're giving it to them. Maybe you should have thought, if this is a true statement and not just more bullshit that they're spewing, which it probably is, maybe you should have given the audience what they wanted in the first season. Did that ever occur to you fucks? Did that ever occur to you pieces of fucking garbage? No, not very likely. Rings of Power biggest secret is out. Sauron was Hallbrand. Yeah, that was not a secret. Anybody that watched the show that has an IQ above room temperature could figure that out. That might not be Patrick McKay and J.D. Payne, but everybody else could obviously figure it out. What's in the Lord of the Rings books is an all-encompassing evil that everyone is afraid of, so powerful it doesn't even have to be manifested physically. He's an image of an eye. He's the eye in the tower. We felt Sauron should be a character in his own right. We wanted to study the currents running within him in a way that would hopefully reward audiences as they follow him moving forward as he becomes the Dark Lord. You don't know him as a person outside the name Sauron. In some ways, we wanted to do an origin story. We didn't want to make a show about the hunt for him, but we loved the idea of Sauron as a deceiver who could hopefully deceive some of the audience. Didn't go very well. Everybody knew that was Sauron. In Tolkien, Sauron is a deceiver, and we know in the Second Age he appears in fair form. Yeah, where's Anatar? Where's Lord of the Gifts? Where is Anatar in this? You said that we're not going to do anything contrary to Tolkien. Where the fuck is Anatar? Not in this story. That's right, you used Hallbrand, and you used one line. Think of it as a gift. And you still claim that you're not violating Tolkien lore, and all of a sudden, oh, well, don't worry, it's going to be more canonical now. Fuck off. So what if he sneaks up on you and is able to get you to sympathize with him and get you to be on board with him, so once you actually realize who he is, he's already got his hooks in you. So it's not just as easy as this person is evil, I'm going to back away, because you've already formed some level of attachment. What if we could get the audience to go through a similar journey? Oh my gosh, if you think if you think you achieved that with season 1, you all are sorely fucking mistaken. Season 1 opens with, who's Galadriel? Where did she come from? What did she suffer? Why is she driven? We're doing the same thing with Sauron in season 2. We'll fill in all the missing pieces. Sauron can now just be Sauron. Like Tony Soprano or Walter White, he's evil, but complexly evil. We felt like if we did that in season 1, he'd overshadow everything else. So the first season is like Batman Begins and The Dark Knight is the next movie. You can't go a sentence or two without comparing what you're trying to do to some like legendary thing in fucking cinema or TV. You can't fucking do it. We're really excited. Season 2 has a canonical story. There may well be viewers who are like, this is the story we were hoping to get in season 1. In season 2, we're giving it to them. The idea that they're talking about anti-heroes and things like that, hey, we want you to sympathize with Sauron. Or maybe we're just gonna make him turn into an incel, because that's what you did with this one. The reason that Sauron is going to go ahead and go full Dark Lord, full evil, is because Galadriel rejected him. So incel rage is what really makes him embrace the Dark Lord of Sauron. What a fucking joke. This has been a dumpster fire since the very fucking beginning. Some people didn't want to believe it. Some people wanted to give it a chance, but you could tell from what they said. You could tell from the trailer. You could tell from the response. You could tell from the attacking fans. You could tell the entire time that this was going to be a disaster. And the fact that before the finale was even over, even before it was done airing, they had this interview ready to go, it tells you they knew they needed to do this damage control. They needed to tell people and lie to them once again and say, don't worry, what we're going to do is canonical. That's what you said season 1 was going to be. You told us that you weren't going to violate lore. You told us that season 1 was going to be, oh, we go back to the book, back to the book, back to the book. You lied then, and you're lying now. Amazon has a disaster on its hands, $1 billion disaster with Rings of Power. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.